Hi, friends. This is Sanjay Parihar, and as I have spoken earlier, that we will be bringing very notable face from the tourism industry. So here we are with Mr. Pandian, who is the CEO and owner of three brands: Indian Panorama, South Tourism, and Cholan Tours. Welcome to our show, Mr. Pandian.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, Rohit, for bringing me into this interesting, enjoyable moment. Thank you.
Absolutely, and we are also here. I mean, Mr. Rohit is also here for us, and we will discuss about some of the important point as we already always spoken about. So, and in addition to that, our video series has a lot of learning about COVID-19. Please go through it, and it's all free. You can certainly learn different aspect there. Now, coming back to this point, Mr. Pandian, the whole journey owning three brands, right? And the whole journey is 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 not is not so simple, right? Having and kind of managing three brands and then going from zero to from very beginning stage to going through the very rough path and then now you are owning three brands running very successfully. So first of all, I want to congratulate you on that, and then I would certainly ask this question: what is the inspiration behind it? How do you do that?
Oh, I have to go back 20 years back. I
Absolutely.
never shared anywhere.
Sure,
So
please.
far, nobody asked this question anybody. And it's a good journey. It's a really wonderful journey in my life. How I become a travel company by accident, not planned. I never worked in any travel company.
Oh, wow.
It because of an accident.
Hmm.
Okay, basically, I'm a retailer, manufacturer.
Ah. Mm.
Manufacturer. What I manufacture, many people doesn't know in the world. I'm a manufacturer of, it's called the Panchaloga statues.
Hmm.
Do you heard about five metal alloy, the bronze statue,
Yeah.
copy of Chola bronze?
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm a lover of that, and that's kind of a business I was in from 1984 onwards. So I was involved, I was doing manufacturing and retailing and exporting.
Hmm.
At the time, one big mistake I did in 1997, 1997, I bought one Ambassador car. That
Hmm.
changed my life.
Hmm.
Ambassador car, but I didn't bought as a, I bought a car to use for my family use.
Hmm.
But by mistake, I registered as a taxi. I thought, okay, maybe I may use it for outside 5 days
Hmm.
and then use it for my personal use. But I didn't use my personal use. I don't know how to do taxi for the 1 year.
Hmm.
I didn't know what to do. So I was just keeping the car. But our society is so interesting society. I bought one taxi and many calls I received. Why do you bought a taxi? What is your problem?
Hmm.
I was thinking, what is their problem? If I buy a car,
Hmm.
I registered as a taxi. I'm receiving calls from Tamil Nadu, other people who is doing already in business. I
Hmm.
don't know anything about the business.
Hmm.
I have absolutely no knowledge
Hmm.
how to run a taxi.
Hmm.
And that was a mistake. Then again, I was getting more calls.
Hmm.
I thought, okay, let's me do some fun. I bought
Hmm.
three more cars,
Hmm.
three more taxis.
Hmm.
Then I was started getting business. I was trying to learn what is it, 98, 99, but lots of learning, lots of burning fingers. I burned my fingers continuously. It's not one mistake, continuous mistake. From every mistakes I have rectified and learned and moved on and registered 2003 as a South Tourism officially. Before that, I was operating taxis in a
Hmm.
small level. Maybe I own only six or seven cars till 2002.
Hmm.
2000, I didn't plan to become a travel company. People made me travel company. People surrounded our loud, beautiful society with through many insulting
Hmm.
and demotivating. Every demotivation I've taken as a motivation.
Wow.
If I bought one car, somebody's burning. Let me buy five car. What is their feeling? So they're firing like anything. And I was enjoying the moment. I was not at all getting upset. I
Mm-hmm.
was enjoying every moment.
Mm-hmm.
And still I was concentrating my export business. I was extremely busy. In
Mm-hmm.
99 2000, I was working for a year's ashram, supplying Shiva statues and
Mm-hmm.
many statues for ashrams. I used to supply from ashrams. I was extremely busy till 2002
Mm-hmm.
with my manufacturing business
Mm-hmm.
and retail also. Slowly, I decided in 2002, okay, let's start a South tourism as a
Mm-hmm.
company. Why reason I chose the South tourism word?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to be in entire South. I don't want to call it as a Pandian travels or some Rama travels or Krishna travels to
Mm-hmm.
say it doesn't mean anything. I want to give a common name, South tourism instead.
Mm-hmm.
So because I want to establish entire South, that was a clean aim. 2001 to I've designed. I wanted to select how I have never worked in any
Mm-hmm.
company. Whenever I taken a staff also, I've taken fresh and trained
Mm-hmm.
of my own way
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not a copy of any travel company because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how others are working.
Mm-hmm.
So I've trained and established in South Chennai, Madurai, Trichy, Kochi, Bangalore,
Mm-hmm.
slowly Trivandrum, Coimbatore, expanding, and I opened office in
Mm-hmm.
2004 in Delhi.
Mm-hmm. That's
2004 in Delhi. And in 2005, we were growing. We were. It's all going well. B2B also going well, and
mm-hmm.
B2C also started responding very good.
Mm-hmm.
B2C clients who traveled with us in South India, they were asking, "But why don't you do for North India?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to do communicating in the Rajasthan hotels,
Mm-hmm.
Gujarat hotels, Delhi
Mm-hmm.
hotels in the same name South tourism. People doesn't mean it was not connecting. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the time I brought up Indian Panorama as
Mm-hmm.
a separate entity.
Mm-hmm.
2005 March 15th, I still remember my dates.
Mm-hmm.
Registered March 15, 2000
Mm-hmm.
March. Registered Indian Panorama and I was expanding the business. I opened
Mm-hmm.
office also in Jaipur,
Mm-hmm.
2006.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have office in Jaipur now. It was 2008 we have closed.
Mm-hmm.
So it was going very good. And Indian Panoramas for a B2C, exclusive B2C for international clients or Indian
Wow.
clients, because I used to send South clients and North around the world people. And in 2000s, when the beginning business happened,
Mm-hmm.
website business was very good. Through
Mm-hmm.
by website, lots of inquiries, and we were doing. I think we were one of the pioneers in India initially tailor-made journeys to all over India. So we were growing very nicely and beautifully. The pathway is going very well. One side is Indian Pune was doing well.
Mm-hmm.
So from 2002, I had only two staff. Slowly we were going. In 2009, my auditor said, "Pandian, you have grown too much. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot run as a proprietor anymore with two companies. You have to create a private limited."
Uh-huh.
So 2010, I
10.
formed as a private limited company, Cholan Tours. I was thinking what name to choose.
Uh-huh.
In the history, in Indian history, Pandian and Cholan,
Yeah.
I'm Pandian, and
Okay.
Chola dynasty is one of the best dynasty in India. I
Right.
don't know. If you
Right.
do some lot of
Right.
research about history, you will
Absolutely.
know what is Cholan,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
strength of Cholan.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a crazy lover of Chola dynasty history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason all the names become Cholan. Even my son name is Satya Cholan. So like this, life is moving. So opened the office, Cholan Tours in 2010, Private Limited, and 2000 in my pathway. Now it's about, we have received about 5 National Tourism Award
Mm-hmm.
and
Wow.
five National Tourism Award and three
Mm-hmm.
times we received the Ministry of Commerce Best Service Provider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from TripAdvisor Excellence certificate consecutively for 5 years
Mm-hmm.
till 2019. We received. So I hope so 2020 also we may get it because it's written by a client and our latest award is Green Award, Lufthansa Green Award.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were the only in Asian company to receive this
Wow.
Lufthansa Green Award.
Wow.
Yet as a travel company, I don't think so anybody have it. What is the special? It is not about business or money. It's about the principle what we follow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From day one, I was thinking, why do we need to use lots of papers in our office? Papers and files. Walk into any travel company in India, for
Mm-hmm.
every client, they have one file, so many printouts, so many copies. I stopped in 2007. I stopped using papers completely 2007. I created everything as a e-filing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was designing, it's our internal software we have designed.
Mm-hmm.
Because our strength is our software.
Mm-hmm.
And through by that, we could be able to stop using zero paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly, 2009, I installed a solar.
Mm-hmm.
So a corporate office used entire corporate office used by solar energy.
Mm-hmm.
So the energy
Oh
saving,
wow.
it's not just
Wow.
heck up doing business. So
Wow.
solar, and then recently I've done a rainwater harvesting. So we
Mm-hmm.
save water, we save electricity, we save papers. Uh, Last financial year, I think we handled around 78,000 clients, 78,000 plus. So you can imagine if one client required 10, 20 pages, papers,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
20 pages of papers required. So we have saved zero paper.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of implementation, we have stopped even couriers. Couriers, we stopped 5 years back.
Mm-hmm.
We don't send couriers, we send everything electronically we have done. That's how we got a Love Thoughts Green Award. And
Wow.
when I started, it was two people. Now we are 400 plus people.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's a big number. Big number.
We have 15 offices in India now. It's a people's company. It's a people, every single person, I feel like that they are a part of family. So we don't have a corporate culture. We don't have a hierarchy system. It's a very different way we work. And I speak with every single staff person, every single person. I know them personally. So it's a big bonding. Even this COVID crisis, we
Mm-hmm.
are together. We are still late, we are together. We are still working hard how to overcome this. Everyone is breaking the head. We are
Mm-hmm.
trying to find a way. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure we will find it soon. So this is my journey. It's a small pathway. Even my retail and manufacturing units still ongoing
Mm-hmm.
as travel company also. In my retail now, about 20 people are working. In the manufacturing, I have 30 staff who's making statue
Mm-hmm.
supplying, but we are not doing exporting because my personal involvement is less. There is nobody is there to take care of exporting.
All right.
But domestically inside, they're supplying retail only to the shops. We have a 5 retail outlets.
Mm-hmm.
These are very, very special. Maybe we can have a separate session exclusively for that. What is the specialty? Because that's just something special in the whole world and in India.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a dying art, and I love it. I'm just continuing. Maybe I'm not earning money in that,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm happy doing that.
Wow.
So this is my travel pathway. It's not me, but the industry driven me, pushed me to do this.
Wow.
But we are a successful travel company now.
Wow. Yeah,
We are
in
now
this.
part of Lufthansa. We have recently, last year, we joined with the Lufthansa. So Cholantours is now called as Lufthansa City Center Cholantours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we are working also now in the love European contact and Lufthansa City Center contacts also. It helps to us to go
Wow.
to the next level.
Wow.
So this
Wow.
is where we stand. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely thank you for telling the entire story. I mean, and like you said, the industry has driven you, and definitely part of this time. But you have planned in such a way that the culture, which is in the company, it's kind of putting it together, and that's where it's very much important right now, right? 2020, COVID-19, and that's kind of it's base for something which you have created over the 18 years, I believe, right? Now, let me ask you this question. This COVID-19 is very strange phenomena, and so what is the future of the transport, and how the car hygiene and everything will come into the picture? What is the view from consumer, and what is your thought process there? How you're going to take forward from here, especially when it comes to Cholan Tour and Indian Panorama and South Asia, South tourism, all three.
Yes. I've been breaking my head in with my team along. Even we're working. Even today, people are working here. They're coming and working. The
Mm-hmm.
corporate office. Almost today, we are about 30 people are working,
Mm-hmm.
and all IT team, accounts, and myself, we are planning.
Mm-hmm.
in management, key team, we were working together.
Mm-hmm.
We found solution
Mm-hmm.
to overcome
Mm-hmm.
this, what is it called, sanitization.
Mm-hmm.
The cleanliness we have in our country. There might be some propaganda that India is not clean, but if India is not clean, we would have not received this many thousands of. It's almost how many million we received? Maybe 12 million tourists we received inbound. If it is India not clean, 12 million, they are not stupid to come to dirty place. Already it is clean.
Mm-hmm.
And they enjoyed and went back and they said, and they come back again. Firstly,
Mm-hmm.
we have to understand India is absolutely clean.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somewhere not clean, but general tourist experience in India, they get better value, the best value, they get best service. Anywhere,
Right.
whoever, wherever they travel. I would say the satisfaction, if a government does survey, people may say 99.99%. People are so happy. I've
Right.
seen many clients when they go back, they cry because that much India is not a holiday. It's more than a holiday. They
Right.
learn something. Clean is there. Yeah. But I'll come to the point you're talking about this, how we are going to handle the transportation. Is that correct?
Post-COVID, post-COVID-19, because it's a little bit more concerning. It's not just like, and it's not a question just for India, actually entire world, right? When it comes to hygiene after post-COVID-19, what during post, I mean, what gonna happen? What are the measurements and other things being planned there? So yeah.
I'm sorry to say this. I don't know who designed this Excel sheet for a COVID.
Uh,
One Excel sheet, whole world is following. One Excel sheet, one design. Okay, you do the lockdown, you do quarantine, all this design. I don't know who designed it.
mm-hmm.
Either a god or corporate or karma. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Or some individual person designed, and every country is following. Just not correct. And we should design our own method.
Mm-hmm.
India's country post COVID, it will be completely different. Yes, the fear is there. If you ask me, 10% people have a fear,
Mm-hmm.
90% people absolutely no fear.
Wow. Wow.
It's not for me, it's for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And social distancing, everybody's talking. In
Mm-hmm.
India, our country, social distancing, it is really is impractical.
Mm-hmm.
We have to educate about physical distancing and personal distancing. That's the
Right.
only way we can overcome. Yes, every 1 hour, one new circular is coming from the
Mm-hmm.
state government and central
Mm-hmm.
government, which is
Mm-hmm.
really confusing because people
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know what to follow. So they're
Mm-hmm.
just ignoring everything.
Mm-hmm.
Every news channel is changing. Every
Mm-hmm.
1 hour, follow this, follow this, follow this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have to
Mm-hmm.
do this. You have to wear a mask. You don't need to wear a mask. Keep
Mm-hmm.
changing.
Mm-hmm.
And but as a travel company, we have a responsibility to look after the first
Mm-hmm.
our internally our staff,
Mm-hmm.
second our tourists who's
Mm-hmm.
coming to our country. They should have a feel positive feel. Yes, I've been looked after like a Maharaja. Many
Mm-hmm.
clients attend this. They before they come, they have a lot of apprehensions, but once they land,
Mm-hmm.
they start loving the country. They enjoy the food. They enjoy everything. Things will change for sure. It's a matter of a time. It's just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
If we stop getting every 1 hour one circular,
Mm-hmm.
then that's the end of COVID. I
Mm-hmm.
think that every 1 hour one news, shocking things
Sugar.
is changing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what to follow.
Right.
Post COVID, everybody's saying new norm. What is a new norm?
Mm-hmm.
How can we change? How can I change or you change? Will we ever change? No, no way. We may act, we are changing.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, in general, it's impossible to change any one personality. We may
True.
act for some time.
True.
No rule can be followed here. People won't follow.
Mm-hmm.
It is not for me. Because in 72 days, I locked down March 16th my office. I told everybody, March 10th, I've sent all my team to be safe, outstation people, stay
Mm-hmm.
at home. 10th of
Mm-hmm.
March.
Mm-hmm.
16th March, I stopped all my vehicle. I made sure every client has gone back and I told them, don't come out for 4 weeks. Just look
Right.
after because I was worried about my own team
Mm-hmm.
because they were the people who's very closely in contact with the driver. No, I don't call
Mm-hmm.
as a driver, my captains.
Mm-hmm.
They are the most important people. And then my brand ambassador who's
Right.
welcomed the client at airport.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, some people we say relationship executive, the brand ambassador who stays in there. They were all close contacts. I was worried if someone got infected, it will be a
Mm-hmm.
problem. So I told them not to come. When April 15th, I was so happy. Not
Mm-hmm.
even one single person got infected.
Great.
Everyone is connected. That is
Great.
the most important for me.
Great. Great.
And in the last 72 days, I went out only 2 days out of home. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yesterday I did a motorbike ride. I just saw everywhere people,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely normal.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the new normal? Already is normal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Already we're back to normal and
Mm-hmm.
routine life. Everybody's having every shop is open. Only temple is closed and hotel is closed.
Uh-huh.
All
Right.
this, otherwise every shops, everything's open. In middle of 41 degree. Yesterday I think 40, 41 in the afternoon when I went out for a bike ride. Everywhere people like a normal day. I was thinking what I have done 70 days sitting at home. I was surprised to see this is what India,
Right.
incredible India will show different things.
All right.
New norm, yes, if norms are there putting rules and regulations.
Mm-hmm.
Work. Another week, another 2 weeks, another month, everything will change back. Definitely. Yes, we need to follow. The government is not going to go. We may need to follow some norms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what norms we're going to follow.
Those are still
That's
in
the
the bill. Right.
million
Right.
dollar question.
Right.
Because our people are very different personality. I'm talking in the positive sense. They have
Right.
no fear at all.
Right. And so let me ask you this question. This is another interesting question. You started an office from Trichy, right? Trichy, and from there it's grown up to many places. A lot of travel agents, they want to know how to use those services and what to do there, and where are those services are there. Some part you already covered earlier. Maybe it's a more detailed question on that line.
People, why they come to us? Even I'm sitting in Trichy, somewhere down the corner. I'm providing service for people who's in Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
The agent who's in Jaipur, they're asking our service in Delhi, but the company is sitting in Trichy. See, this is the trust is being created.
Right.
Trust Bombay people sending the service to us to provide service in Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
Even Delhi people have agencies, our principal agents have office. They do have office in Chennai, but
Mm-hmm.
still they ask us to provide service.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trust we created in the last 20 years. That's how. I'm coming to the point. This why they're searching. What is the uniqueness? What is the
Mm-hmm.
difference from others? We
Mm-hmm.
always try to do something different. The
Mm-hmm.
whole country, they're trying to do like a sanitizing car, sanitizing, wear the mask, wear the gloves, and driver should wear a mask, driver should wear a gloves, shield,
Mm-hmm.
car should be sanitized. I was thinking other way. Yes, my car needs to be sanitized, but not with the chemical. This
Mm-hmm.
is where we stand different. Not with the chemical.
Mm-hmm.
Chemical, it will get infection, some infection, skin allergy or
Right.
something. If we
Right.
continuously every day we keep praying in the car, nobody is thinking about this. I don't want to use any alcohol sanitizer continuously every day, morning, afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
to evening, praying. Firstly, they'll get some skin infection, even breathing also, they will get some disturbance. So I'm trying to find some solution without uh,
Mm-hmm.
any problem to the customers or driver, because drivers is going to sit there if he's smelling all the time that alcohol
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the
True.
chemical. It is not healthy for them. So I was trying to found, and last week I've done some good research.
Uh-huh.
We are going to do. Uh, sorry, it is going to be laser sanitizing.
Hmm, that's
Uh-huh.
interesting.
Very different. I'll just tell you the name, what to do and how to do. One second, I just find the name.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's kind of a UV light,
UV light
UV
sort of.
light
Yeah.
laser.
Yeah.
UV light laser without infection. This is what I'm going to concentrate. And guaranteed, even we will sanitize with UV light client luggage as well.
Mm-hmm.
In their body also, other than eyes, we can use this UV light, even any other bacteria, forget the corona, any other bacteria, we
Mm-hmm.
can. So this is what my new norm is going
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
to industry. The only company in the country is going to have a UV light sanitizing.
Mm-hmm.
There is no chemical, no
Mm-hmm.
involvement, and battery charging. The customer will not get any infection guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we send the message. So even I have not sent any mail. I'm just preparing to with the reassurance. But firstly, I'm sharing only you. Okay,
Great, great.
Oh, wow.
That's. Thanks for sharing. I mean, this is definitely a pretty innovative
I'm going
solution
to
there.
do
Yeah.
a new startup also with this UV light.
Uh-huh.
People require businesses. Every business is required.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
Like a travel company or a tour company or a hotel or a factory, everybody's required now UV light. This is the long-term solution.
Mm-hmm.
And spraying this, it is not a solution. Spraying how many places? It's quite. It's not. Firstly, it's money. Secondly, it gives the we are not eco-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
always want to do eco-friendly things. I don't want to use paper.
Mm-hmm.
Again, how many masks, how many sanitizing bottles we are going to throw?
Right.
That's how I'm thinking. But in
Right.
this UV light, one time and 100% guaranteed, no other bacteria, not only this corona,
Mm-hmm.
even in the any other bacteria in the coming days. So
Mm-hmm.
we will overcome with this
Mm-hmm.
news to the industry. People will be happy with the UV light sanitizing.
Wow. Wow.
This is the
That's
best
that's
way.
that's
So
that's great.
entire car, the customer's luggage, driver's luggage, everything will be sanitized. Whoever guide is coming to the client or sitting
Mm-hmm.
within the car, the guide will be sanitized with UV lighting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is the way to go. Even a mobile phone can be
Mm-hmm.
with the UV light, we can clean it
True.
without putting any water, any chemical. And this is what we should think about. So
Right.
this is what I've learned in the last 2 weeks in research.
Great.
So the
Okay. That's a good
first
innovation,
start
right? Right. Right. Yeah.
light sanitization. I'll
Absolutely.
be sending official mail to all my principal agents soon how we are going to take it. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we will start the video in a week's time. How we are creating with a certified and make in India. No, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not importing any stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
India stuff. Guaranteed and absolute guaranteed.
Wow.
This is how
Wow.
we are moving.
Wow. That's great.
So
That's
guaranteed UV light certificate.
creative like service. Yes. Rohit, this is amazing, right? Yeah. Good.
That's really amazing. Like Mr. Pandian,
Always
like,
do things like this.
It will be.
sorry? Yeah. In fact, like Mr. Pandian, you always come out with some great solution, and that's how you surprise to the industry.
Yes.
That's lovely.
You can
And
understand why my principal agent, though I'm sitting in Trichy, why they're coming to us. This is
right.
not job is not done by any metro Delhi or Mumbai. The person sitting from south, we are starting this. This is going to be the news.
Right. 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 Right.
And that way, like in fact, like I follow you very closely on a different social media and what's happening to your company. Somehow, like being a travel, and I do follow you. And we have seen like you always created a kind of a guarantee card whenever the client is traveling with South Tourism, Indian Panorama, and Cholan Tours. You are a guarantee card, and you set up such a high standard, not only for the clients, which makes them very happy, as well as for your partners and other ones, which create a kind of benchmark for the Indian tourism industry. What exactly inspire you?
My staff inspires me first. Second, my client.
India is safe. It's no problem. The hotels are very clean, and food is all very good. And
The driver, he helps us yeah, in the amazing ways. So we just recommend you.
Go up north too. We're going to travel right up to Delhi, Dharamsala, and then up to Kathmandu. and we've kept really up to date with all the news about coronavirus.
We feel very safe here. We haven't met anybody who's sick. It's just been a wonderful time.
Especially with Cholon Tour, because they know what to give you and then what's the requirements like. So I would really say that we're really glad that we took a package from Cholon Tour, and then we will definitely come back again, and then we will definitely recommend this tour package and Cholon Tour to all our family friends.
Very, very nice. Thank you, Sholantu.
The trust, look, it's a beauty. Okay, when I go to Delhi, they all call for the dinner, for a lunch. Let's come. It is not money, it is about respect. It is purely respect. What is inspire? Really, I'm sitting in Trichy all the way. Many clients sending me mail. I really love your people. I had a fantastic time. The same way, my agents, my principal agent, they recommend, like right now, Rohit is talking. Thank you, Rohit, for your highlight. We follow from day one to now ethical business. Ethical business. This is most important. Following ethics with my family and then friends and then colleagues, and I follow the same principle with my principle. The trust. Okay, in tourism industry, it's so close circuit. Clients will say, okay, I want to travel with you back. I never accept it. I always say, please ask my principal agent to use me for the next service. This is one of our secret of success. It comes and goes, but the relationship, the bondage, what we created with our team internally, externally with our principal agent, it's a hard work. It's not, I would say that's what inspires me. When the people trust, respect, that is where the inspiration.
Right.
People are the most important.
Right. Wow. So now on that line, let me ask you the question about your captains. So drivers are like one of the most important, and you call them captain. How do you make that high standard with drivers? How do you train them? What do you do for their training to your captains?
Tell you truth, I don't remember. Honestly, this is the real answer. But the captains are the most smartest people in Indian travel training industry. All of them, anybody, they're extremely smart. They know how to handle all situations. They keep clean the car and they look after it. They know how to handle the situation, all situation in the road traffic and patience. They are the most patient. And unfortunately, Indian travel industry never recognized any tourist travel. They are the most important, but they are the most important people who spends the time along with the client. They are the real ambassadors. They can break everything. They may break it, but they never break. Generally, they do excellent service. In fact, they are kind of brand ambassadors. They talk good, they show the good food, culture, more than the ride. Many drivers I know, they are like a walking encyclopedia. Every single driver, they have a unique future, which they don't share to others. Everybody have a special secret service, their own principles thing. But drivers are the most smartest people in our country. In fact, whenever I travel in a car, I never travel in my own car. I always travel with my captain wherever any nation. I learn something. I learn something. They educate me. In fact, I learn from them. I don't teach them.
Wow.
This is they're really smart, but to get out of them, they don't. Sometimes I'm amazed. They don't. I don't feel in my interview they don't speak much English. But I'm too worried. Can he manage? But when the tour report client says he speaks excellent English, one of the best driver, spoken English tour report, I get shocked. What happened? He's not speaking with me in English. Me and my driver, we may not speak good English, but the tourist driver, excellent English. I don't know how they do magic. It's a secret. It's a secret of every driver. 99% tourists in country. Even some drivers, they speak French, few words, Italian. They know how to make them happy. They are the people, really, they do excellent service. Okay, in us of sitting in office, we design itinerary, we discuss so much. But if the bad driver goes, everything is over.
Mm-hmm.
The good driver goes, we have no tension. My I select people, such kind of people. I
You select
select
those kind of people.
right, select right drivers, and I always keep learning from them, not
Uh-huh.
teaching them one
Not
mistake.
teaching them.
Right.
Wow.
They are the most smarter people.
Wow.
They are smartest than anybody in the
Uh-huh.
industry. Every driver, they are very, very smart.
Wow. So you select the smart people and you are surrounded with them to learn more.
Yes, combination. I agree.
That's great.
I don't. If I meet 10, I may select one driver.
Mm.
I say sorry to 9
Mm.
because I want the best ones. I don't want anyone to have. I select always the best people.
Mm-hmm.
Best people means not the smartest, who has a good heart.
Good heart, right? You
Because
said.
our surveys should be done not with the brain, with the soul. Who loves our culture? Who loves our food? This is what I find. Does he talks about good about India? Because many of Indians have it. We always talk about India's dirty, India's dust, but this
Mm.
is the dust we like. This
Mm-hmm.
is what incredible India.
Mm-hmm.
So I just find the person has a love for India. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody has a love for India, they
Mm-hmm.
cannot do anything bad. So
True.
this is my baseline of
True.
selecting staff as well as drivers.
True. True. Wow.
I don't select brilliant people. I select people who has a good heart.
And that's the way. I mean, this has been advised by many people, and you are putting that together, and you are selecting them, and yeah, great.
And the secret is they are all smarter than me.
But you're selecting the smarter, for sure.
Yeah.
I try. I keep on trying.
Right. And let me ask you another question. I mean, in the same line, and some of them you already answered. What are the language they speak in general?
And the captain,
Yeah, Mr. Captain, yes.
captain, I the from the mother language, I have people works for me, Himachal and Delhi and Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, Hindi speaking. They all work for me, but they speak few other. In Karnataka, every driver speaks minimum 5 languages.
Right, right.
Karnataka, everyone
Five
speaks minimum
languages.
five.
Canada, yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Kannada,
great.
Malayalam, Telugu, Hindi, English. It's a very common in Karnataka. Most of the
Very
drivers they speak
true.
5 languages.
Mm-hmm.
Come to Tamil Nadu, most of them they speak 3 languages. If we go to Kerala, they definitely speak 3 languages.
Mm.
If we go to Telugu, also they speak 3 languages. But when you go to Delhi, they speak only 2.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how. So Karnataka, they speak more languages because of their exposure, I would say. Because of, and most of them they speak fluent English.
Mm-hmm.
Fluent, definitely fluent.
Mm-hmm.
Even some of the drivers, they are graduates,
Mm-hmm.
and even some of them who've done MBA working as a driver with me, MSIT working as a captain. So it's not that we cannot think it's a driver means it's cheap. They're smart,
Mm-hmm.
very smart. Many MBA working as a driver.
Oh wow. Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Few MSIT working as a driver. It doesn't mean they're getting less from IT sector.
Mm-hmm.
Because they say, I asked for several people, and they say, I have a better job satisfaction with the tourism rather than a IT sector. IT sector, they're working like a machine. Here, we serve for a machine service, but here we serve for people which they like it, and they earn better also. They're smart.
Mm-hmm.
They earn better than IT. If an MBA staff or IT person, MSIT,
Mm-hmm.
who might get something, but they're getting in tourism double working as a driver. That reason I don't want to call them as a driver, one of them. But they are definitely, they
Captain.
do their job perfectly. They
Mm-hmm.
cannot do any mistake. They do
Wow.
good service.
Wow. Great to learn. Great to learn.
One company having many MBAs as a drivers,
Mm-hmm.
the whole country.
Wow.
That's great. Like it's amazing to know like a driver speaks so many languages, and that too, like they're into the tourism. It's important and it's very helpful for the tourists when they speak so many languages.
Mm.
I spend personal time selecting every captain. I don't allow my branch team to select anybody. I spend
Mm-hmm.
personal time, even if it's taken 10 days or 2 days delay. Also, I want to speak to them. I want to know their family.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody taking care of their own family,
Hmm.
take care to us. So the basic line. Someone responsible for the mother and father, their wife and children. Somebody is maybe an excellent driver, good driver who's not caring their
Mm-hmm.
own family and drinking, I will never give it. No possibility to join in Toronto. Who takes care of that family? That's how the culture is.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
look at the person as a person, a personality. That's the reason zero complaints.
Right, right,
Rohit
right.
knows me around 20 years. How many complaints he has seen? He has to think, when did he receive that complaint in 20 years? Like this, my principals also, they generally say. So complaint free and our reactions immediately, fast, quick, our team. The team makes the big difference. Here, people, they don't work for money, they work more than the money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the satisfaction. Otherwise, people, they don't stay. 90% people who've been working with me, bit more than 95, I would say, since they
Hmm.
joined. 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whoever joined, till now they're working. We have created a culture. It's a kind of a family.
Mm-hmm.
Not, I won't say it's a company, no. It's a kind of a family. We have a personal relationship. And I love this job. Whatever, okay, earlier I was a retailer, I was doing with it. Now and heart, I've done one of the best salesmen. I've learned everything there. Whatever I've learned in my retail business, I have
Mm-hmm.
applied in travel business.
Triple business.
And
Hmm.
I never worked for anyone. From my own retail business, I come out and started this travel business. But everything, whatever I've learned from every mistakes.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True. True.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Pandian, like of course, like as you say, like you started with the one ambassador car with your fleet, and now it's been around 18 years, and lots of your partner and the clients would be interested. What is the number of fleets and the captains you have now?
As on today, we have about 189 vehicles. Uh,
That's a,
Recent time, we used to operate around 700 attached vehicle. It means my own vehicle, registered in the company name own vehicle is 180 plus around 1,000 vehicle works permanently for us all over the India. We provide services in all states. Though we are sitting in South, but we provide service in North, Delhi, Rajasthan. We have selective drives, good drivers in Delhi, Rajasthan, all over the country. So around 1,000 vehicles used to be on road. The last
hmm.
2 weeks, sitting in office and thinking, creating a new mobile app,
Mm-hmm.
and mobile app should be ready by another couple of weeks' time. Once it's done, I'm going to drive the business in a different stage. How we
Mm-hmm.
have done. We are going to do lots of automation, less conversation, less calling, less courier, less email. So this is the only new norm in Cholandu. There are many less email, less calls. So it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be more on automation. That's where we were working. So in a month's time, I think we'll be ready before October. We should be launching that new project. So when business comes, we will be the first company to move on. Business will
Great.
come very soon.
Great.
That I'm pretty sure.
Great.
That's lovely. In fact, like you already answered the one thing you would be using the one ultraviolet for your vehicles and the drivers, and that comes in the connection, of course, like as many of the client need to be very clear. Like there's a several touch points because touch point is very important in the COVID-19. There's several touch points during the trip, like when the tour guide and the naturalist, the driver, the rep, your ambassador. What's your plan to ensure all these activities can be performed like with a full hygiene? Are you going to apply the same UV policy, or like you have some got the different policy for that?
I feel personally UV is the future because using sanitization, spraying everybody, people will not be happy. Spraying, asking to just do it UV. Not disturbing anything and we are not spraying anything and it's 100% guaranteed UV light kills not only coronavirus, any viruses, any bacteria it kills. Okay, for example, client is on road, they're buying an apple or banana, they can UV light, it's guaranteed.
Mm.
In road, stop a car and buy a banana or apple, just
Mhm.
UV light. UV light and
Mm.
banana. Guide comes, UV light it. If they want it, they buy a bottle of water before drinking, just UV light it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the future. It's spraying, spraying, and it's not really practical.
Mhm.
So I was breaking the head last 2 3 weeks. What to do and how to do. I need to give the best solution. The only solution I was thinking something technology I was trying to use, but I found the solution. We'll implement in a very soon. In another 10 days time, we should be ready, occupied.
Mhm.
Ultraviolet. That's the future.
That's the future.
That that's
And does
congratulations.
there'll be
That's
light.
we
And
must.
this does not affect anybody. No side problem using this. Nobody get annoyed or spraying somebody. If
Mhm.
a guide is coming, we don't need to ask him to hand wash. We just
Mhm.
do it UV with a full body.
Hmm.
If he sits in the car, if the virus, any bacteria in his shirt, it won't come to the car. It
Mhm.
just matter less than 30 seconds. This can be
Mhm.
done.
Mhm.
Hand washing, water
Hmm.
is a problem, and then sanitizers are how much we can buy chemical. And today I was reading an article. Yes, the whole world now using mask and throwing. How much rubbish is going there in the world? That is, and how many it's going to go to sea. I was reading a today morning article. A lot
Mhm.
of money has been thrown and fishes started eating.
Wow.
Not good. We
Yeah.
people take care and put it in the right place. We just throw.
Right.
It's not good. So LV, the life is the best. UV light is the
Hmm.
future.
That's
Makes sense.
great.
And
Yeah,
that's how we should do.
definitely.
And
Sanitize anything with this LV light, UV light, any, even a mobile phone they're buying, just UV lighted.
use it.
Just 1 second and it's guaranteed.
Right. Right.
Guaranteed any germs and bacteria are clean.
Mhm.
What message we need to pass? Germs free, bacteria free, virus free. That UV light is guaranteed.
Mhm.
What else we need?
Mhm. Mhm.
So client will now have a fear to buy a bottle of water or even any home is required. They buy vegetables. Now, you know
Mhm.
what's in Tamil Nadu people are doing? They're buying the fruits, they put in turmeric powder in water and they wash it everything, all the vegetable, and only they are using. Because they
Mhm.
don't want,
Mhm.
they think they believe in strongly the turmeric powder, which kills it's antiseptic thing, which kills all the germs.
Mhm.
In many houses now they're keeping in Tamil Nadu turmeric powder with
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
neat wash the hand and legs and then they walk in now. This was
Right.
an old tradition, not today. Today, because of this pandemic situation, now it's come back.
Right.
Old tradition. Old tradition everywhere is there. Every
Right.
house, if you go to village, normally they give us this
Right.
turmeric water. You put water and keep it in sunlight because sun gets vitamin C directly into there. So simple.
Right. Right. So
That's
now
how we should do
now
the sanitization.
great, great insight. And so now we are about to wrap up our call. But before that, I had a question that about the vehicle quality. Right. I mean, so how there is certain aspect on the vehicle age, vehicle standard. There is certain standard on the children tours. What are those standards, and how is going to be maintained moving forward? Please shed some light on that.
As I told you, I always follow eco-friendly and we maintain the vehicle maximum 3 years. That's the
Hmm.
principle of the company. We
2 years.
always
Huh?
keep
Mhm.
keep changing, regularly changing.
Mhm.
So rather spending the old vehicle lots of money, I prefer to spend new vehicle itself in many ways.
Mhm.
Driver service excellent, straightforward, spot on. You cannot see one dirt in anywhere inside or outside.
Mhm.
So whatever we do internally, externally, we take good care and well maintained. We never do anywhere unauthorized places. We go only to the company, the
Mhm.
authorized place, the proper service. We are the only company in the country
Mhm.
brought the GPS well in advance.
Mhm.
Government rule came 1 year before. We did in 2010.
Mhm.
And the GPS also, anybody in India, travel company, they all use always third party server.
Mhm.
Then our own server. We have created, we are not paying anybody. The server was designed by us, and we have a separate server to monitor all the vehicles,
Wow. Wow.
and how many times brake has been applied in 15 days too,
Mhm.
and what speed is applied a brake. We can monitor sitting in our office. This helps. So this can be viewed by all our branch managers.
Mhm.
Does he applied in 100-kilometer speed or 60-kilometer speed in
Mhm.
city wide driving 60 kilometers? So we ask questions, and as I told you, our drivers are extremely smart. They don't give chance to ask such things. They
Mhm. Mhm.
follow. They
Mhm.
know how to. Because we monitor in 15 days to how many brake has been applied.
Right. Right.
I don't think so anybody is watching this level. How many times in 15 days, 2,400-kilometer drive, how many times brake has been applied? In what speed he is applied a brake?
Mhm.
This makes a difference. And this is designed by in-house server.
Wow. Wow.
That's great.
That's great to hear. So kind of combination of
Parameter quality what we maintain.
wow. I see a lot of technology input, and that's where I think the whole innovation and not innovation not just in technology, but when we talk about another sort of technology, UV lights and other things is also kind of coming together, and that's what it makes you a very different player than any other in the industry. And with that thought, we are just about to wrap up the call. And it's great to have you here. Great to learn from you about your innovations on different area. And definitely, we are looking eagerly to get back to the normal again. And so, thank you very much for joining the call, Mr. Pandian.
Thank you so much to you. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thanks, Roger. It was a
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
eye-opening.
Pandey.